Hey gaming fans, so today's another Magic the Gathering deck profile, and this is for the modern format. But keep in mind that this is a combo deck, so it's more of a casual deck. It's just a deck to have fun with your friends and stuff. But anyways, you know, I don't know, you might want to try it at a tournament. But anyways, let's get to the build. So it's red-black, so we got 4 Uberg Volcanoes. So they're dual lands that come into play tapped. Add red or black, just to help out with the color fixing. And then I have 1 Graven Karens and 1 Blood Crypt. So that's my non-basic lands. If I had more of these, I'd probably add them in there, but I think I only have 1 of each. So that's it. And then we got, for the basic lands, we got 7 mountains and 7 swamps. And that builds up our land. I believe that's about 20 land. So let's get to the main deck. So like I said, this is based off of Stuffy Doll, so it's a combo deck to get out Stuffy Doll and kill your opponent with him. So Stuffy Doll, if you're not familiar, is an artifact creature that when it comes into play, you choose a player, and he's indestructible. Not the player, but the Stuffy Doll. And then whenever damage is dealt to Stuffy Doll, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. So pretty much all damage that Stuffy Doll takes, your opponent will take it. So that includes if he blocks or if damage is dealt to him. Now he does have a built-in tap to do 1 damage to itself, which essentially will just do 1 damage to your opponent. So we want to accelerate that and do even more damage. But just in case you don't get out your Stuffy Doll, there's an equipped spell that does pretty much the same concept. You equip it to your opponent's monster, and whenever an enchanted creature deals that much damage, the controller loses that much life. So you enchant your opponent's creature with it, and then you just do a lot of damage to that creature, and then your opponent takes that damage. So now for the damage part. So we got 4 Crushing Pain, which is a instant, deals 6 damage to target creature that was dealt damage this turn. So your Stuffy Doll pretty much damages himself with his tap effect. His tap ability, you just tap him to deal 1 damage to himself. So that's 1 damage to the opponent. And then Crushing Pain will do the 6 damage. So that's 7 damage in total. And then for the other spell, we have Shivan Meteor. So this is, it's got Suspend, so you can play it earlier. But then you have to wait 2 turns. But it does 13 damage to target creature. So again, you're going to either do that to whatever you've attached Ragged Veins to, or you're going to do it to your Stuffy Doll and do 13 damage to your opponent. So, you know, you get 1 or 2 of these off, your opponent's going to be in trouble. Then we add in 4 Lightning Bolts, just to help. Again, you know, you could bolt your opponent's creatures, you could bolt your opponent, depending on where you are in the game. You know, if they have an annoying creature attacking you all the time, maybe you want to get rid of it. And then I threw in 1 of these, Spite of Mogis. So it deals damage to target creature equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. Then you get to scry 1. So hopefully by the time you actually pull that one off, you have a lot of stuff, a lot of sorceries and instants in your graveyard. And then you can damage your Stuffy Doll and kill your opponent. Now because the deck is based off of Stuffy Doll, we want to get him out as fast as possible. So we got Brain Spoil. Just mainly for its transmute effect, you pay 3, and then you search for a card with 5 casting costs, and that would be your Stuffy Doll. So then you grab your Stuffy Doll, but if anything, still a good card. Destroy target creature that isn't enchanted. It can't be regenerated. So again, get rid of your opponent's creatures if you have to. Then for some mana acceleration, I like these guys, the mirrors, so I put them in there. You know, they can attack too, but they tap to add 1 mana, so that'll help a little bit of acceleration. And then to get to some of your key cards, I put in 4 Night's Whispers, so you draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. So hopefully they're going to lose more life faster than you are, so it might be worth it to lose a little bit of life. And then because this is a fun deck, I put in 3 Dash Hopes, which is essentially a counter spell, but when you play Dash Hopes, any player may pay 5 life if that player does counter Dash Hopes. Now, obviously in the beginning, your opponent will have all their 20 life, so they might not care if they lose 5 life, but once you hit them with a Shivan Meteor, they might think twice about it, or, you know, once you start dealing a lot of the damage, and especially if you get them below 5 life, they won't even be able to pay it. So it's just for fun. You know, you could replace that with whatever you want, but I think it would just be hilarious, a red-black deck to be able to counter a spell. And then for the last of the cards I have in this deck, 3 Oblivion Stone, just to really deal with the board. So you could pay 4, put a fate counter on target permanent, then you could pay 5 to sacrifice it, destroy each non-land permanent without a fate counter on it, then remove all fate counters from the permanents. So in other words, you could put the fate counters on cards you want to keep, and then when you're ready to blow up the whole field, you pay the 5, and then you sacrifice it and blow up the whole field. Except for your Stuffy Doll, because he's indestructible. So you'll at least keep your Stuffy Ball. So these are just kind of like a backup plan if things aren't going well for you and your opponent's overwhelming you with who knows what, elves or something. This will just take care of them all. And so that's pretty much the deck. That's how it functions. Like I said, it's all about the Stuffy Doll, and it's all about doing the damage to him, and then the damage goes to your opponent. Anyways, let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. What cards would you add into here or take out? I always like to hear what you have to say. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.